everybody. So today I'm going to be doing a video on how I cleared my cystic acne and how I maintain pretty clear skin. I just want to say that my cystic acne was very bad. Insert photos. I had clear skin my whole entire life up until the point I turned around 19 and 20. It was hormonal acne. I think it was due to the fact that my mental state wasn't at its best and it kind of manifested into physical problems. I don't think it was because my diet was bad, because at this time I was eating super healthy. I was exercising every single day. I think it was just my mental state, and that's what kind of made it really bad. But also, family has a history with cystic acne. I know my dad had some as a teenager. My mom doesn't, but I know my grandma did in her early 20s. Probably where I get it from too, because it's genetic. I do want to start off by saying that this video isn't sponsored. It's completely my skincare routine. I did go to 2 different dermatologists at the time when I had cystic acne, but they were no help whatsoever. One of them recommended me to be on antibiotics. So I took that medicine, and during the 1 to 2 weeks that I took the medicine, I threw up every single day, and it got in the way of me going to work, so I had to stop taking it. And I did ask my doctor if I could take Accutane. If y'all don't know what that is, it's a severe acne medication for people with like severe cystic acne. I asked my doctor and he advised me not to, so I didn't end up getting that. After going to 2 different dermatologists and spending my own money, they were no help. So I took matters into my own hands. Didn't really get anything from going to dermatologists. I felt that they weren't any help whatsoever, but what I did take, one of them suggested PanOxyl, which is a Benzyl Peroxide 10% acne foaming wash. And I got the 10% there. I know there's a 5%, but I got the 10% because my cystic acne was very bad. And so he recommended me the 10%. So basically how I got rid of my cystic acne was using this face wash, this Curology bottle. And like I said, this isn't sponsored. This is actually what I used. I used this for about 4 months. And during that process, I was moving to Europe and they don't ship outside of the United States. So whenever I did move over here, I contacted the company and I was like, can I change my shipping address? And they wouldn't let me. So that really sucks because like this is the only thing that really helped my skin. I did do my research and I used niacinamide, Clindamycin, and azelaic acid. I researched the individual ingredients online, and this was during like the TikTok quarantine phase. Like TikTok was really blowing up, and at least on my TikTok there was like a bunch of skincare videos. I think that's just because I was really into skincare. I know that skincare really like boosted during the quarantine phase like of 2020. Found out about the Ordinary, which is a brand basically that just sells concentrated ingredients, like 1 ingredient. Once I ran out of Curology, I couldn't get it back again, obviously, because they can't ship to where I live. So what I use now, like to maintain my skin, PanOxyl and Cerave Hydrating Facial Cleanser. And I've been through like 3 of these. And this one's almost empty too, as you can tell. What I use during the daytime would be these 2 cleansers. I sometimes do both at the same time, or either or, whatever I'm feeling like that day. I use the Cerave Daily Moisturizing Lotion. I always use sunscreen. I didn't know the importance of sunscreen up until recently. I have fairly light skin, so I didn't think that I'd have like such a white cast because I've used like the Neutrogena sunscreens in the past, but they leave such a white cast that I can't ever use them. So I did my research and I found out about Japanese Korean sunscreen. I don't know which one, if this is Japanese or Korean, but it's a foreign sunscreen basically. And if y'all didn't know, they're like 10-15 years ahead of like American sunscreen. It's the Biore UV Watery Essence SPF 50. And I love this because it leaves no white cast and it's like you're wearing nothing. It kind of smells weird, not gonna lie, but look, I'll give y'all a demonstration. So there's like a little dot of it, and I use a lot, I just don't want to use it all. And then if you just rub it in, you see how it leaves like absolutely no white cast. And I put it on my neck, my face, and my hands first thing in the morning right after I use those cleansers. This is optional, sometimes I'll use this during the day. It's the Cerave Eye Repair Cream. I honestly don't see a really big difference using this. I use it because I love the brand, but I don't struggle with dark circles, so I'm not sure if it would help. I just use it, again, for preventative measures. And then during the night, after my day is done, I take a shower, and then after I take a shower, I use the same 2 cleansers, either or, whatever I'm feeling that day. I use this quite a lot, but I also use this quite a lot. The first thing I use after I wash my face is the Ordinary Glycolic Acid 7% toning solution. I've been through like 2 of these too. Like every single product that I mentioned, I've been through like 2 or 3 of them. This is my second one. It's toner, so you're supposed to use toner right after you cleanse your face, just to get the excess dirt and makeup off. I used to use it with a cotton pad, but that's really bad for the environment. And I know you can buy like reusable ones, but I just use my hand now, and I just pour it in my hand, and then I pat it on my face. I really like it. It kind of stings a little bit, I'm gonna be honest. Love this brand, and I use a lot of the Ordinary products. It's kind of random each time I use it. Some days I don't, some days I skip it. But yeah, I did want to mention that I do use this sometimes after I wash my face. And then use this, the Ordinary Niacinamide 10% plus zinc 1%. And this ingredient was in my Curology, so that's kind of how I found it too. And I just put the serum on my hand. I don't let the serum touch my hand. I kind of let it just drop. I do that, and then instead of rubbing it, I kind of pat, because that's the way you're supposed to apply it. I saw a TikTok, that's how you're supposed to do it. And then after the niacinamide, I use alpha arbutin 2% plus hyaluronic acid. And that's what I use after that. And then I do the same thing. I pat it on. I'm not sure if you're supposed to pat this one on, but I just do that with my serums. I just pat them on, and I make sure the dropper doesn't touch my hand. And then after I do that, this is another ingredient that was on my Curology. This is the Azelaic acid suspension 10% by the Ordinary. And I looked for the same ingredients that were in my Curology just because that did work for me. I got that, and this is a cream. This isn't a serum, so I just apply it. I just rub it in like a cream. And then after I do that, I use the Cerave Daily Moisturizing Lotion. I put a lot of this on because I live in a very like dry climate, I guess, during the winter, because it snows a lot and it's just a very dry climate. I put a ton of this on, so I'll put it on my face, and then I'll wash my hands after I do that, because there's all this ingredients on my hands, and if I put it on my neck, it would get my neck red. So I wash my hands after I put it on my face, and then I put it all over my neck area, and then I put it on my hands. And then I always use this at night. Like I said, I don't know if it does anything. I use my finger to pat it on. You're supposed to be really delicate with like the under eye area. This is optional, but I love doing this. I don't do it every night just because it is a lot of steps. I highly recommend getting a rose quartz roller. I wash it with antibacterial soap before I use it every single time. Dry it on my towel. And I make sure to use cold water so it's still cold, because it's cold to the touch, like without water. But I just make sure to do that. And then you want to go up. So I learned that you want to just use the roller up, because you want to lift the face, not drag it down. And then I use this side, the little side, for my under eyes, and I just do that. It comes with a gua sha. I got it on Amazon. So I'll insert a picture of what the gua sha does. Like, you don't use it, and when you do. I learned how to do this on YouTube, but it's basically like clearing out all the lymphatic drainage on your face. And I like to do it for like a sharp jawline too. And there's all these different techniques. You want to be careful and learn the technique so you don't create wrinkles, premature wrinkles. And I'm really like delicate on my forehead area. And like I said, I wash it with antibacterial soap every single time I use it. If I'm feeling like in this self-care mood, if I'm reading a book, or if I'm just relaxing and I want to do a face mask. So I'll put my hair up, I'll wash my face with just use this one before a face mask, because I want to be light on my skin. So I use the Hydrating facial cleanser, and then I'll put this, the Ordinary AHA 30% plus BHA 2% peeling solution. And I got this off of TikTok, like who didn't? It's a really good chemical peel. I know that everybody's skin reacts differently. I've heard horror stories about this, but so far it's been pretty good on my skin. I know it's like exfoliating, so it gets rid of hyperpigmentation. I know that I struggle with that, so that's what I use. And I have one of my best friends now, she uses this. She loves it. She's gone through like 4 or 5 bottles. This is my second bottle. And with all the Ordinary stuff I've used, That's like those are like my second bottles. Last a while, and I love the Ordinary because it's just a concentrated ingredient. It's not a bunch of ingredients in a skincare product. It's just one concentrated ingredient. And that's what I was looking for too with my Curology, because I couldn't have it shipped here. So I wanted to be able to use similar ingredients in my Curology to clear my skin and to maintain my skin. But the biggest difference I saw was probably with the Ordinary and not Curology, just because it's a higher concentrated ingredient, and I have very sensitive acne prone skin and those products work well for me. I had a lot of DMs like on Instagram how I cleared my skin, and I tell everybody the same thing. I'll give them like a 3-paragraph long message on what I do, and it's everything that I've said in this video. This is what has worked for me, and I will continue using these products to maintain my clear skin. And every once in a while I get the occasional breakout, like if I'm super stressed out with school, I will get my occasional pimple. I do not have cystic acne at all anymore. Super happy about that. I know that it was very much related to my mental state. It was really bad and it brought down my confidence. Having cystic acne, it just really messes with your self-esteem. So that's why I wanted to make this video too, to help girls out, because I know it'll take a big toll on your mental health just having cystic acne, or having acne in general. But I never knew it would take that big of a toll. But yeah, like I said, I know how it is, and I wanted to help y'all. And I know I got a lot of requests to do skincare and all of that, but those are the only products I use. And every once in a while I'll do like an under eye patch. I don't really switch it up, I'm scared to. I do my skincare every single night. I'm very strict about it. Just because if I don't, like if I go 2 or 3 days without doing my skincare, I get a lot of acne again. So it's just, you have to maintain it, and I know it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. Your skin will thank you. And yeah, don't forget to wear sunscreen. That is all for my skincare routine and how I cleared my cystic acne. I hope this video helped you.